Hey folks, I lost the little fuzzy pad that goes on my microphone, so I apologize if you get any rustling wind sounds from my voice. That's my Mitch Hedberg. It's the closest you get. Oh, see, there's a deep exhalation. I heard it myself. Anyway, last night I saw Star Wars, so no one can spoil me. I actually kind of figured that would happen. If I'm just streaming here, some dude just gonna show up and, like, spoil it, and I'd be like, man. But it can't happen. I'm invulnerable, because I already saw it. Won't even tell you how much I liked it. But before that, I basically got this to work. So, just loading up my project here now. Yeah, it was my Dark Elf music. I hope you liked it. Top sites. We'll listen to some more chill hop. Where was I? Or maybe, you know what? Let's do some medieval music. That's classical. Yeah. Or was that good shit? Oh man, these got deleted? That sucks. Song of the Wind, a spiritual cantata. Anyway, so there was a bug that popped up, but I think it was, wow, that shortcut worked. I'm surprised, to be honest. But I think that the bug has been there forever, and it's when items fall through the ground, or it might have happened because I just simply closed out of a window. So for now, in the interest of frame rates, I'll play with 3 players. I'm also loading up the chat on my laptop here. Why ain't no music playing? Oh yeah, it takes them a long time. That's okay though. We accommodate here. We're nothing if not accommodating. So it was cool yesterday to hear a bunch of people like talking about my whole MO of like, yeah, you can do it, even if everyone tells you you can't. Because here we go, it's a perfect example as we were talking about it. So my stream yesterday was pretty cool for that regard, and I appreciate you fellas being here for that. What's up? It's not just loading in the background. Everyone's getting into their seats. Are you comfortable? Okay, so I'll do the standard. Well, let me give them names too. Just I'll give you some of my character names. Make it a human male. So the bug that I do have is that occasionally everybody spawns, the items spawn. I see in the console it says like, you know, oh, everybody's, so here's my elf name. No, I gave you my password. No, it's not actually my password, it's just for having a password. So we'll make that an elf male. I'll just run through for the sake of quicknesses. Oh, you know what I wanted to do was get rid of the bag functionality, as far as being given a bag with stuff in it yet, because I thought that might be messing it up, because, well, technically it is the stuff in containers, But for now, I'll do this. But it's something I wanted to do in the code. For now, I'm just going to demonstrate what does work so far. So, the thing that I was banging my head against, because you're always banging your head against something, and I just named this character 3 out of habit. Whereas this is Darjin, and this is Chest. This might be a little melodramatic after all that wait. Oh no, this is nice. Yeah, I like this. It's like an anthem. Shit, if that's really Creative Commons and all that, I should look into being able to use some of this music for the game. That would be cool. Anyway. I mean, I had it in the credits and everything. Like, it's anciently written, so why not, right? So what I want to do is just take things out of bags. Get rid of the bags for now. Alright, the server has like a leggings in the left, tunic on the right. So just keeping track here. Oh man. Let me just give you this. And you know, I haven't implemented any giving code yet or anything. This is all very rudimentary. But just to demonstrate and drop that tunic there, so I'll pick up the leggings. Alright, there we go. But the stowing and, you know, right hand, left hand thing in general, I do want the game to work like that. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's like old school MUDs, text-based games. You used to have, you'd literally have to keep track of what was in your right hand. You have to put away your sword if you want to pick something up. Like, you know, and that exposes you to vulnerabilities in combat. Like, if you want to quaff a potion. I don't know why it took me a while to think of that word. I was going to say squaff. A potion, like, you know, just stow your blade first for a moment. It might leave you vulnerable, you know? Stuff like that makes the game much more tactical and experiential. And I'm going to try not to bog it down. For example, you don't have to drop items to swap them. I'll put like a swap hands button. I'll make a trade function so it's still user-friendly. But anyway. Oh wait, that's right. I don't want to have them in bags. Let me get this. And I'll drop that. Alright. Okay, so I've got 2 tunics on Darjin. And let me just... Technically, because the window's still open, I can do this. But I'm going to fix that. But anyway. That's just a quirk for now. So, 3 here has a leggings in each. So, here's to demonstrate the features. I'll go through them quickly. I can save and quit on one of these characters, and he's still there. NPC, with those items loaded. I haven't implemented skeletal meshes on the NPCs yet, so I'm not bothering to wear any clothes, but that works, technically. Ooh, nice grass foreground here. Where'd that go? Yeah, dramatic. Anyway, you know, I could just log back in as that guy. I've shown this off several times, but just to one more time establish this at the start of the stream. You know, you log... Isn't he 3? What did it say? Wrong password? Player already online. Oh, this is 3. Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay. I logged out as Darjin. Sorry. I'm dumb. Yeah, see, the online check works at least. You know, that's good. So, yeah, tunic in each. So, no, if I... This is the major part. If I quit out on all these guys... Close the game down. I'll rehost. And you know what? I'll even throw a wrench in the system. I'll log in as 3 first as a server. Shabamsels. I have my leggings. There's my elf and my human. As a client now, I'll join in as like the other character. Just to show you how universal this is. And you know, you can be doing... Since it's going to be on Steam, you can only have one. Unless you're paying for another Steam ID, then you can... Oh, I didn't make a 1 character yet. Well, this will just demonstrate more functionality for you. Here, I'll make a female character named 1. This is why I got to stick with my 1, 2, 3 testing thing, because I just forget. This guy was telling me the other day, like, you have an incredible short-term memory for your work. And, like, all things considered, I guess I do. So here's a new character. Let's get this shit out of the bag. Get rid of the bag stuff. Okay. I can have a bag in my hand, though. That should work. Let me do that. I'll just have a bag in each hand on this guy. Cal. empty bags, as you can see. Okay, I want Trest, 'cause that's the name I gave him. Get it? It's like Trent, but different. So cool. I came up with that a long time ago, and it's like I can't think of other names. Anyway, we've all been there. So, see? He has the tunic. Wait, what? Wasn't he supposed to have a legging and a tunic? Admittedly, it might have got flipped around because of the bags thing. No? Let me, I'm pretty sure he was supposed to have a leggings and a tunic. It's like I was saying, the containers thing doesn't work, so I want to make it in the code so I'm not spawning any bags, just to test properly. But anyway, yeah, he has a tunic and a tunic. What was going on there? Let me log in as Trest again. Well, it saved what he would have had last. Alright, so let me just... I just pressed escape to quit, too. So let me just test now. Ooh, yeah, see, remove item errors. It cleared because I started the game up again, but that's because of those containers. So let me just hop in here. Should have saved consistently since the last time, at least. See if... Okay, yeah, everybody has... Huh. It only got that one character there. That's interesting. So let me clean up the code a bit, so I'm not spawning bags, so that won't throw a wrench in the system for now. So this is just when you spawn a new character. You know, I'll just take out this bag for now. Just rewriting this. Can I do multiples here? Yeah, I can. Okay. Break link to multicast pickup. Interact. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now I'll interact with the two pieces of clothing, and I'll just ignore putting them in here. Okay, just so that's for later. All right. So I made it all neat and everything. All right, let's try that one more time. Mess around with, so I'm gonna do 4 console. Ah, what did I? No. Okay, do 4. See, the loading was much faster in the first game after it's been done once on the computer. Wonder if there's any way to like preload one time, maybe. Because once the map gets bigger, it'll be pretty crazy. So, I'm not sure if an error was being caused by the character being on the other island. Because it did cause an error at first, but then I checked always relevant on characters. Because, like, I might have to say, like, only always relevant to the server. Maybe there's a way to do that. But, for now I did that and it seemed to work, but then this other bug popped up. Not this one, but because that wasn't really a bug. I knew that was not going to work correctly. So that's not a bug. That's just a feature I haven't fixed yet. Anyway, as you see, each of these guys are spawning. I'm just wiggling the mouse around, kind of indecisive what character to make. Let's make a lizard woman. Yeah, so they each have a tunic and a leggings now. That's what I just changed. So no bags to confuse things. 4 characters to shuffle things around with. I'll make male lizard man. Alright, so let's say... Just keep track of this somehow. One has 1 leggings. 2... I totally want to have 2 tunics. 2 has 2 tunics. 3 can have 2 leggings. 4 can have 1 tunic. There we go. It's some random stuff. And there should be a... Just check which ones. There's a leggings and a tunic on the ground. Alright, keep track of this real quick. Alright, cool. So, just save and quit on everybody. I want to also make it so I don't have to hit that button. It should happen automatically without having to hit the save button. But the way it's programmed right now, that's where it happens. Let's see. So the thing with the bags was that I thought I was spawning the wrong bag in each player's hand that whole time I was trying to fix this, and it turns out I was spawning the right bag with the wrong items in it. So the bags are shuffling things around a little bit, and only on the spawned ones. The normal bags work. So I made a new thing to try to keep track of the bags for player spawned items, which is basically, it's a little complicated. I don't even remember what I did to try to make it work, but I'll readdress it after this. Essentially, what you got here is that works. So if I just do some weird stuff, like let's say I disconnect as a character, I'll change 3 to have a different leggings and a tunic. It's 3, right? Right, and then I've only changed 1 character there. Let's switch out. I'll swap something else out here. I'll make 2 I'll switch both of these up. Let's see. I'll get leggings and leggings. Right. And I'll just save and quit on the server again. Well, you know what? I'll pick up one of these things. Tunic leggings. Let's make it the other way around. Leggings, tunic. Right. Save and quit. And now let's do what I was testing before. I'll log in as a different character first. I'll start as 3. I have little tunic leggings. Cool. So let's try this server, because that's where the last time it wasn't correct. And I believe it was because there had been a bag spawned. Leggings tunic. Cool beans, right? So let's try making another new character. I'll make 5 here. This is pretty epic, you guys, I gotta tell you. I'm very excited about this, because So that's funny, I was having this problem with connecting. Yesterday, once this started working, it wouldn't stream it either. So anyway, that's some theories. Maybe it's fucking with my latency. So anyway, new character. I've switched the bags around so it has 2 tunics. Number 5, right? So let's just save and quit out the current state of everybody. I'll also test the server saving and quitting while players are still in the game. That, I believe, should work too. So let me just hop on as 5 first. Bamos. Alright, I'll just try some others. How about 3? I didn't try 3 last time at all. I hadn't loaded it. So any comments, any questions? Let's see, this is who? 3, tunic and leggings. Ba-bam, ba-bam. Huh. This is how you do it, folks, right? Okay. Bam. This is so satisfying after all these days. I'll show you my code in a bit now that I know this part works and what I had done to make it do good. Do good. As in be a good doer. Sorry. Do-gooder. Do-gooder? That sounds like it doesn't. It's not a real word now that I said it too much. One time was too much. This is 2 with 2 leggings. So, everybody, let's count that as temporarily good. Let me, oh yeah, so I want to try just straight up. You know what? I'll log out as 1 character here. Then the server itself will log out. Let's see if things saved the same way. I didn't change anything, but I mean, the idea is it shouldn't have shuffled anything erroneously. So let me do this another test after this, wherein well, I mean, I guess I did change things, didn't I? I don't know. Let's see. Whoa. Man, what? It didn't update the location somehow, or anything. What's going on there? What? Okay. Oh, it only spawned these 3. What is this? This is 2. It has nothing. So there's our first bug, folks. That's showing up as 2 as well. That's weird. Whoa. So, I mean, that's an easy one to find. It just simply didn't spawn those. So, let's do that first. I'll show you how it does work. I had to make a new array. Just like all of these, I made an array for every variable for each item. I couldn't just use the index of the main list of actors that I was making. I had to make an array of indices. I couldn't just use the index of each item. It just wouldn't work. So once I did that, I simply used the same logic that I had been using before for these, for each variable and items that I want to spawn, where I just set it based on that, and I got its world save index. Its index, funny enough, from the array of item actors. So the index of the index works. And maybe this isn't where the final fix, but this is the last thing I did that finally made it work. You know what? I probably don't need to do this. It was probably all working all along. I was just doing containers. I bet you it would still work if I just replaced this index thing with the index from the array. But for now, I'll leave that. So when it saves characters, what I've done is get all actors for each loop. Its AI character name is probably not adding. So let me split this. So a validated get player state, if you don't have a player state, will get your AI character name, which is getting set when you turn into an AI. And if you do have a player state, we'll simply cast to it, get show info, break that info, and your account name's right there. So I do have to duplicate this code. I really like this music, very beautiful. So, you know, the funny thing is, like, the code works that I do, I just look in the wrong place to fix it. Like, it was probably working the whole time I was trying to fix it, and I was just testing it on bags, like a moron. So that's the more important lesson to take from this, what I learned. You really gotta isolate your bug testing. Hey there, Extra. Sorry, I just saw your message. What do you work on? I assume most of the people that come in here are fellow devs of some sort or another, mostly with Unreal Engine. Maybe you're just a casual gamer. So, I want to just... Okay, so that's it. That's just updating. So I just want to save the player game, and I want to, I want to get this info. Oh wait, no, it's right here. Set members, and I want location. It's the only thing I update here. Otherwise, it should take all of your other current stats, because the location doesn't get updated constantly. Everything just updates when it changes once, so you have to tell it when, anytime that location is important. It's logic. So I had this code in here earlier, I just erroneously believed I didn't need it, which it appears I do. I like my usage of the word erroneously. Saw Star Wars last night, so I'm feeling very verbose. I don't think that's true, but I said it anyway. I'll set the members here. Alright, now I wanna... So the way my save thing works is, whichever source you're plugging it into, save it. It copies it to the other two locations where it is. So the player state, the save game, and the character BP, the third-person blueprint. So, just in case you're wondering why I have to plug these in, it's just the way I do it to make sure they're all covered. And then, see, like this will basically set on those places. Oh, I didn't do the third person. There is a third person thing. Let me see. There we go. Let me do this in order too, right? put a pretty sequence here. Totally getting distracted, but you know, this kind of stuff's important. Control click to grab, see, control click here. Oh, I don't even need to do it here in this one. It's already been done. Okay, okay. Right, okay. And then it just saves game to slot. Same as any of these individually, which I have there just in case you just want to save one and be more eloquent about it. But in this, I want to make sure it's saving the inventory as well, so I might as well do the attributes too. Did I miss anything here in my rearrangement of it? Hello, how are you today? Hi, Bullshark. Pretty good. Like I said, I saw Star Wars last night, and then I made the mistake of reading Reddit about it afterwards, and totally disillusioned everything I was like excited about. But it's okay, because I was a little bit. You know, I was 99.9% about it, so it was alright. I was already a little but, I mean, come on. It's fucking... We finally have a good Star Wars movie. Good modern Star Wars movie. That's all I'll say about it. You know, spoiler-free zone. But it's cool, man. It's very exciting. And on the same day, I got this to work, essentially. So, right? So that's really awesome. And also, one of our followers got a job. It was a weird name. I don't want to call him... Nematoid, but I think that was what it was. Nimrod. You know, Nimrod, I saw this on Reddit the other day, is a Greek god that of hunting that Bugs Bunny was calling the hunter dude as ironic. Like, oh yeah, Nimrod. Like, huh. Oh yeah, Zeus. You know? So it's pretty funny that that changed meaning, isn't it? Hashtag distracted. Can someone remind me what I'm supposed to be doing here? So I set the variable for the transform, save game, which does this. That's it. I'm done here. Let me just do a NPC save successful printout here. Alright. I will have to retest. And how are you, Bullshark? Someone say something. I can't just talk to well, talk to you guys all the time. And I'm not like a good YouTube host. I don't know. Did you do something today? Did you? What's your favorite game? What's your favorite old school MMO? That's a better topic, because I'm totally into the old school MMOs. I've played a little bit of all of them again in the past few years. Not all of them, of course. Did not hop on Asheron's Call before its demise as much as I should have, because I really loved that game when it came out. I remember the snow in that game was very crisp and nostalgic, and I'm fairly certain I had never smoked weed yet, but I have a high memory of that, like just being so, like, whoa, this is different and cool and atmospheric, and you know. But then again, maybe I had, and maybe I was. I couldn't tell you. What have I done here? Female elf. I'm just picking random characters. Got a female human. So I'll just jump straight to the important test, which is, well, obviously I'll switch bags around a bit, and I will see if I log out one character and then quit the server. Is this a male lizard? I think it. Oh, that one. I mean, yeah, it is. Let me do a male freaking human. I'm not doing any of the other 5 races because they start on the other continent for now, but there's another thing to test because they're over there for now. Which, you know, I'll have to, I'm not sure, I'll have to work on the distances, see how many continents I put on here. These are just islands for now, really. So, standard protocol. Let's drop a tunic for 2. 2 has 2 tunics, because it's easiest to remember. 3 has 2 leggings, because that's what happens. And 4, 1 legging, this, there we go. So I should be able to remember this, but it's right hand leggings. Yeah. Tunic, tunic. It's important to write this down because as you see last time it was just only slightly off. Leggings, leggings. I should just write 2 leggings. But whatever. And then tunic, left hand tunic on 4. Okay. So I'll save and quit on only one character and then save and quit on the server, which now hopefully has saved those player character infos as well. Because I guess it just wasn't getting those other things. Right hand leggings. Now, theoretically, they could be like just swapped around with each other, and I wouldn't exactly know if it was like a tunic got swapped with a tunic, you know. But if I just have enough of them, it would appear. I could probably give each of them a unique identifier somehow, or like just print string its engine name, so I can see that they're unique items. But the other way to test that they are, or no, that they're the exact same item, testing that they're unique items is easy. But it would look like that worked. There's 4 just chilling there. Right? Yeah. So let me try the next level of testing is to spawn on the other side, the other island. Get a dark elf or something. And go from there. This side of the hall. Sorry for the frames. I do have 4 what would you call them, instances of the game running. I'll go first person too. I'm in first person right now. This just doesn't, it's attached to the character but lag. I'm curious what happens with that. Okay, just spawns me like this. Anyway, tunic and leggings. I'll just maybe make it. I don't have right hand leggings, left hand tunic. So let me just swap these. So leggings, tunic. Right. Save and quit, save and quit, save and quit, save and quit. Clues. Up on again. And I'm gonna jump the gun here and try logging in as that character and see what happens. Well, no. Let me test. Keep myself grounded, see if this works correctly. Alright. My microphone's on, right? I mean, I hear myself. Okay, yeah, just checking. How's the music volume? It's relatively quiet music, so you might not be even hearing it at all. And that would be unfortunate because it's quite epic. Sometimes it's kind of loud, though. 2 has our 2 tunics. I'll just hop on as 5 now at this point, because those guys appear to be loaded correctly. Leggings, tunic, and let's get one more on the other side here, or rather, the first side. Just hop on 3. Leggings. Running at the same general speed. Damn it, pick up the bag. Yeah, there we go. It works much better in first person, or quite well in first person, as you can see. I'm very happy with Titanic Games. Well, it's just best stop product. It's not really their system. Their system sucks. I had to fix it, so it's all good. Hey, Christoph. Alright, so I'm like, basically, I'm just hunting down any possible bugs at this point. Dude, it seems to be like kind of working, right? I'm gonna try starting as the character that's on the other side. I've got leggings and tunic. Now let's connect as one of those other characters. I'll hop in as 4, just random. How's the music volume, Christoph? You're more responsive than some of these guys that are just saying hi and then not talking. Tunic and none? Do we have tunic and none on 4? Left-hand tunic, yes. And the other characters are all here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Shabam. Let's make another character for the other side. See what happens if I mess it up somehow or anything. I think it was strictly the containers messing things up last time. I mean, this whole time. Which is probably just means I was off by a little bit when I made that part of the code. Oh, wait, the other side. Female Batling. Hell yeah. Let's make her a Vesper too, just to be badass. Desmodus or Vesper. I named them after bat types. So this is a black bat. Fuck yeah, right? She has more texture in proper lighting. She looks like freaking negative space here. It might just be my monitor. But anyway. So there we go. Tunic leggings. Yeah, let's just have that. Just to be sure the world is working and stuff, I'll just... I need a, like, cancel interact button. Alright, okay, so tunic leggings on 6. Remember, the important thing about all these items is that they're spawned by players when they enter the game, and there's no reference to them in the engine otherwise. So, this is all pretty fancy stuff. And you know what? I'll only save and quit on this guy. Oh, that was a server. Whatever. Okay, let me just hop in. I wanted to do some weird and have one of them logged in and one of them logged out, but let's just... I got 4 characters over here. I got right hand leggings. Here's 5 with leggings tunic. And there's 6. Chilling there. Player NPCs. It's been a dream of mine. I didn't even think I would try to implement the player NPCs thing till like way down the line, but it turned out to be the solution to my inventory thing. Tunic leggings, because it keeps track of what items are in your hands when you go offline. So so when I make a world save, it gets a concurrent reference to what order it is in the world, rather than you saving your items, logging out, things changing in the world, you logging back in, and your reference has been switched to an item that you need to spawn. It's just, this is so cool. I can't tell you guys how happy I am, because it doesn't sound like it in my voice. But that's because I was raised on Monty Python. And to me, a child mumbling awkwardly in the back of a theater as a lady attempts to sing is hilarious. Which you could hear there. She's like, "Rah, rah, rah." So, this is 3. That's her 2 leggings. Right. Okay, so next is to do containers. I mean, I'm pretty much settled on the idea that this works. Alright, no, let me do one of these logged out from each side. So I've actually logged out of that character. Well, they are like that. Like, there's an NPC right there. So where's that? Where'd she go? There she is. See, you like how I put an FOV slider on the mouse wheel for first person mode? Take that. Like, seriously. Oh, in first person mode? Yeah, you're there. True first person. Sorry, I'm just happy. Alright. I'm gonna log out of the server here. Alright. Let's just hop in there. I'll start as 6. I'll start as 6. Tunic leggings. You know, I'll just fuck around. I'll drop them. Then I'll sign in as one. Looks like works fine, but shouldn't you also try to log out server and notice if anything is right? Of course, after running server game again. Bro, that's what I'm doing. I mean, maybe you didn't catch that the last time I tested it, but this is what I just did again. One here has leggings. Right, like so. For example, I will do what you just said. I'll log out only the server. The other thing to test, well, actually, no, I know it won't work, is if I were to just close any of these clients well, in the real world, if I closed a client, it would work. If I closed the server, it wouldn't run the code currently. But I'm going to change that so that it's like always done like once every now and then. I just haven't decided what method to do, whether it's based every time you pick up or drop an item. So it's all based on how performant it is right now. Right now, this is the most performant, is to only do it on when the server quits, right? By button, so you know, hey guys, I'm going to save the world right now. This might hiccup the world for 15 seconds because we have 20,000 actors, you know? Alright, yeah, cool. Sorry, and you're probably hearing my reaction now right after. Alright, so I'll go in there as 5. So I have 2 on each side. There's those 2 bags. Leggings, tunic. Leggings, tunic. And so here, save and quit. Just the server. Everybody else is still running. They get disconnected after the code runs. Like the code runs on the server first, then closes, and everybody else just disappears, gets disconnected, so they don't do anything extraneous after that. So let me. I know I just did this, but I want to. It looked like it was still lingering in the background, but I just opened the engine again. There they are. Dun 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 dun. And look how pretty the game actually is. I mean, when I full screen this shit. I was holding down E just to see if I could interact with things while I'm in this mode, and I can. It's funny. There's a few things I need to do, like the hands are off on NPCs. I didn't adjust the hands. See, they're a little bit not in the right place. See, I can use this, but I don't have any recipes, so to say. Any plans? So I'll drop this, and I'll just grab a torch because I want to be a badass. Do a usable item thing. You know? Everyone applause! Everyone applause. At the end, you want it working for your players. Oh wait, consider also doing fast shipping with development settings or so, and test it there. At the end, you want it working for your players. You need those final product tests too. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I mean, I literally just did this, so maybe I'll do a public beta, private beta for you guys with this, so we can stress test the shit out of it. You know, once I know that it's I think I'll do containers and stackable items at least, and it'll be like an empty world, right? And I'll let you guys come in, see how it looks for yourselves, give me some performance feedback. Like the scale, like this hammer is not super big like in some productions, right? Dude, I'm trying to make it a realistic fantasy game, but because it's fantasy, it's a little bit cartoonish. Look at the way the eyes are fucked up there, eyes and hair. They're not supposed to be, that's like when they're behind things now. We got it working so that when they're in front of things, it looks correct, like the sun. So that's new. See, like the sunlight blocks it correctly. Before that, it was showing through sunlight glare. I've done a lot of visual effect work in this. But that's a new one right there. I just noticed when a particle is in front of them, like the hair and the eyes stick out. Dude, I think that's just... Oh my god, that's hilarious. You discover a new thing every day. But that's graphical. Why am I listening to somebody talk while I talk? I apologize. So should I work on containers, or was there another thing that I just said like a minute ago that I need to do first? Actually, you know what? Let me put on some shit. Here's some world items over here. I do need to make it so these buttons work properly when you load in. There's a lot of things, other little things. There'll be a lot of like, you know, completing. But for now, the basic functionality, it's so good. Oh, I wanted to get a sword. Just look badass. Let's get a badass sword, even though I don't have the names in there. See, as you see, the name's not there. Unnecessary booty shot. Just want to get the nice lighting when the sun rises here. This will get all the views though, you know it, right? Shit, it's doing that thing with the... If these shields were on some stands, would be really cool. Oh yeah, dude, easily. This is like my testing ground, you know? This is in no way reflective of how the game is gonna look. You know, like most people test in that starter map in Unreal Engine. I had a friend that was like, bro, make it look good. Make it look good. So I was like, okay, I'll just put together, I'll work on how to make landscapes. So I worked on how to make landscapes for a while. And so I made this just literally, this is my testing ground. This is my little box that most people play with, you know? So I'll just throw all these items out. For example, I think I have items on a stand over here. Let me check. Also, I want to make this flame proc a little more frequently when you're running like that. It looks a little weird poofing. Didn't I put some... Oh no, originally, that's right. The first time I had items, they were on a weapon rack in the starter zone. I had a weapon rack up there. Anyway, I'm gonna take a short break to celebrate the fact that this works, And, you know, everybody do a stretch. But I want to get a good screenshot here. I have to. I'm sorry. It's YouTube, though. You know it. You know it. It looks like all the... Well, gotta do it without all this gear. Alright, never mind. It's sexist. We all know it. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. So let's just get this badass here. Just naked dude in the background. I want to show more NPCs in the background. Let me hop in as one of them. And I'll put on some clothes so you see male and female together.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Ken was just saying, Cleveland River, a lot of people do the old, you know, thing, you know. So I'm glad I took a pause before I play it, because when I play this one, usually it takes about 20 minutes for the feeling to return to my horn.
Hey, what? Oh. Oh, she had 2 tunics. That's right. Duh. I'm like expecting it to be a leggings and a tunic. Whatever. She's... Oh, there's leggings over here. World items. Are these only tunics? They're only tunics, that's right. Who has a... What? Sorry. I'm being really anal right now. Yeah, I understood that player couldn't pick so many items at beginning. Yeah. And I'm totally gonna dress everything up like that. Like, it's gonna go in a fucking weapon rack. You know it. Here, I'll drop a leggings over here. I'll equip one. Just thought she's technically decent. Where's Mr. Fire? Okay. That's done with Rep Notify, by the way, which is really cool. I say that every time because it took me a while. I had never used Rep Notify before. But, yeah, it's spiffy. There we go. This is a good 2-shot. Let's have her hold some badass stuff. This is like so I can test like multiples of everything. Yeah, let's give her a fucking axe and a huge shield. Like proper kite shield. And combat mode. And now also notice the items don't scale with the characters, so that axe looks pretty huge on her hands because she's a fucking elf. And elves are tiny, like they're supposed to be. Compared to lizard men, at least. So, how am I gonna badass screenshot here? Two of these guys, like this. It's clipping. Let's just, for screenshot purposes, let's get a more appropriately sized shield for her. I think, is that one also clipping? Oh yeah. I have to adjust some of that. Oh, oops, I dropped the Francisca. There we go. I got it. Here's the camera girl. There we go. I got that. The sun is rising, so I want to just get on this real quick. It'll look better when the god ray is coming in from the other side. I'm crouching right now, by the way, in first person. So I've done a lot of stuff already. It'll be a while for that to hop. Let me just chill like this. I'll come back. What are you using for Rep Notify for, and are you directing the next Star Wars? You know, I told myself for years that I would direct at least episode 9. And fucking JJ, man. I was so close, you know? Like, I mean easily could have gotten that if they'd waited like 1 or 2 years. I would have been there. I swear to God, I'll be there. So I'll probably have to do some fucking extended universe bullshit. Maybe I should call dibs on Knights of the Old Republic. I haven't even played it, but I'll play it, and I'll do it justice. No, I played it, like half of it. Like most games of that variety single player, it's just not there for me. But I did play a lot of it, and it was very good. Something from 500 years ago. Holy shit. Anyway, the rep notifies for the torch. So, for example, it's a particle effect. Yeah, I can't log in another character right now. But it's a particle effect, right? That's like on. I think I should do that again. Does that look good? It looks like he's like huffing fumes. I'll use that for now. But anyway, it's like it's on. So the rep notify changes the material, turns the particle on. So when a light player logs in and comes within notification. Yeah, so close. Well, thanks for coming back, Row 1's good to see you again. If you rewind the play 5 minutes or an hour, maybe like 10 minutes, you'll see me successfully testing everything that I've been working on for weeks. Which was probably working weeks ago. I was just testing the wrong part of it. So I have to do containers next. I'll be right back.
Well, I'm going to play one 11-string guitar solo. But Kenny Butler on the violin here. So anyway, yeah, this is a strange guitar. Yes, it is. It has 11 strings. Why 11? The answer is, like most of those questions in life, why not, right? I had a 6-string guitar, and I do a lot of arranging, as you can see, and I always found myself wishing that I had like other bass strings, and also that my guitar started up higher than an E. And then I discovered the lute, and the lute is exactly such an instrument. So I thought I wanted to play the lute, and I gave it a go. But it's sort of like, I bet it's a lot like if you play tennis and you try to play with a squash racket. It's close, but it's different enough so that it's pretty disorienting playing a lute with the double strings and everything. So I designed this weird guitar when I was 20 years old and had this friend build it for me, and because I'm not a builder, that's for sure. And he's a wonderful builder. His name's Walter Stanel, and he built this beautiful sounding guitar just like I wanted it. So anyway, and why is it called an arch guitar? Again, why not? Because you have to call it something. And back in the Renaissance, when they started adding strings to the lutes, they called them in Italian archiluto, right, an arch lute. Or they would, or if they were calling it a chitarra, they would add strings to it and call it a chitarrone, which, if you look up what that translates to, it's basically arch guitar. So I thought, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm adding strings to the six-string guitar, and for the same reasons, and so I call it an arch guitar. Anyway, I'm going to play some music by John Dowland. He was a contemporary of Shakespeare's, and they have a description of by a great poet, Spenser, of listening to Dowland play, and it said, Dowland, whose touch upon the lute doth ravish the senses. So that's sort of what you're going for when you play this music, ravishing the senses. It's a high bar, true, and but you know, it's good to have something to head for, you know. So this one's called Lady Rich's Galliard, Lady Penelope Rich. She was the money behind the poetry in the Elizabethan court. She was a very wealthy woman who loved a lot of wonderful Elizabethan artists and made sure that they had clothes and didn't get their heads cut off and stuff like that. So, pretty cool person in my book. Yeah.
Hey, I'm back.
Play folk music.
No. This might have too many ads. That's not bad. Eh, it's all cheesy. I'll do this old classic. Nah, let's go back to... Something you need to find out is how to make the weapons work. So what part of it doesn't work? Getting into the hand. I'm using enums for the sockets. Lately, been messing with. Alright, rule 1's been messing with network replication, relevancy, etc. Level streaming with multiplayer. My game is finally making nemification. That's the name. Wow, that torch dithering is quite extreme. Yeah, that's the standard particle. What dithering? What do you mean? Like the particle fading out? Like dither is like a fade. So I'm not sure. Using enums for the sockets. So on the data table, I place where to equip it in what socket. Not use them for a fight. No, use them for a fight. Okay. So, this is not working. What I was doing was, this is working for regular items, I should say. Item containers appended to the container items. This is so complex. All items should be like, this basically means it's not in an item. So for each items, add these items, the last index +1 to item container sizes, saying how long it is. I'm putting there. I made up this logic myself, sizes. So I made an array of arrays by just stacking them and saying how long each stack is. And the same here with stackable items. So on here, I know this works because I was using it a while ago. Very straightforward if it's in a container. Oh, so that happens afterwards. I say all these items that are in that big list of lists, say it's array index from that. So that says that it's not -1. And for all items, then take those and have a new items of indices that they are in the containers. So if you're not -1, this is for spawn actors. Let me look at the traditional first. God. I did all this myself. So that sets the previous containers, so where to start, and then where to end is its... Okay. So basically just how is this different from world items, player items. Everyone's like thanking me probably for making this look like it makes sense. So when it's equipped and press right click, then he do the animations of the weapon. Level streaming in a map scenario, I might abandon the idea of ultra huge gigantic maps. Yeah, we were talking about that in the stream yesterday, like, and I've looked at basically the numbers, and terrain sizes exports are limited to 20k, and I tried loading in the max map size like that, and it is like, wasn't loading. It was like running out of memory on my computer in the editor, so it's fine. I think you can do a lot of damage, so to say, in storytelling with limited space. Like Dark Souls is my #1 inspiration in that regard, what they do with space. They make so much story, and it takes so long to get through areas just because the frickin' mobs are tough, and you gotta do each battle and stuff. It's cool. So rule 1, how does level streaming in a multiplayer scenario work? I thought that wasn't really possible. Look, it's so much neater now. The spaghetti monster. Okay. I probably just need to do the containers. Yeah, I need to do this maybe the same way as I did this. Spawned items and alright, so I'm going to do the same thing here. Just adding this. I'm going to use this elsewhere basically. This I can keep. This will just go straight here. This won't be like that. Let's see. Right, so now I've gotten that index there. I'll put this with this guy over here. Now for each of these spawned items, get that save index. And get that container index. And I'm surprised if any of you are really keeping up with this, because I can't believe I'm keeping up with this. When a player enters a streamed level, it loads for every player. Right, that's what I thought. So, you put so much time in learning Unreal Engine that Lumberyard is out of the picture, sadly. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't looking at Twitch. The oscillation of the dithering. Row 1, oscillation of the dithering. Yeah, I mean, it's just a weird particle effect. I haven't really done any particle effect like deep learning it like I have with some other systems, so once I'm ready to like polish the game more, like, you know, or maybe whenever I just get enough basic systems in play to bother, you know, to feel like it's worth it, then look into like really learning particles better and address stuff like that. Like, sorry, but rule 1, that's why I'm considering Amazon Lumberyard. Exactly, and as far as I know, you can't do level streaming for multiplayer in Unreal Engine. Okay, so that's where we just were. Sorry, I'm just looking at chat now. It's probably so bad for you guys. You're like, yeah, we all saw that already, but hey, you get some recognition, right? Is that how this works? Alright. Multiplayer streaming, though. How difficult was it to set up? I think the reason why I didn't want to do it was I would have to, like, make a base level, and then all my code for starting the game is in my level here, so I was a little bit like, I don't want to split my map up into different levels. It doesn't sound like it's worth it. If I have players in every zone, then every zone's going to be loaded for every player anyway. So I might want to just limit the map size instead, right? So how performant has it been? Like, how difficult was it to work with making multiplayer streaming? I'm sure a lot of people just in general want to know that. So, let's see if that works. Buildings and characters deceptively. This is all the rest of character stuff. I need to adjust these numbers here. So I guess I just need to. It is plugged in. I should do the same thing for stackable items though. Just so did I need to? Ah yes. Okay. So items need. Let me just see if this works before I start messing with stacks, right? This is such a great theme. Reminds me of like Robin Hood or something. So I'm gonna put the bag back in play. Really digging this theme. There, interact with the bag. Alright. So here's some deep stuff here. Let's see how deep it goes. I'm gonna go so far as testing it with all these characters, other characters still in the game too. No, that would be bad. That's just a bad idea. That's just a terrible idea. Remember, learn from your mistakes. Isolate the bug. So, no other feedback on multiplayer streaming. It's cool. Level streaming. It's just... I think people do get a little bit overzealous about how big the map is, like, you know, but fucking look at Daggerfall. That map was probably one of the biggest ever. So it's sort of like the achievement factor is kind of null. The sense of pride and accomplishment for making a big map. I think it's more about how good and memorable, and especially I want players to hang out in the same spots for the whole, not the only same spot for their whole game experience, but to go to all of the game's spots throughout their experience more or less equally in some way, for some reason or another, for different reasons, like the real world. So I'm just rambling. Let's see how bags work. Player spawn bags, because we all know world spawned bags work just fine. I wonder why I go counterclockwise from here. It's weird, huh? My idea takes, this is nemification. My idea takes an enormous height map with rivers and lakes and oceans and randomly populates it with trees. It's quite a project. Yeah, these are randomly populated trees too. And not just randomly, but by specific terms like slope and stuff. But otherwise they're just random. And I think I can code with them to make them like fellable and stuff. I've looked into it and it seems like they do have their own unique tag each, so I should be able to save that data and redo it on loading the game, see which trees have been cut down or regrown or planted. We'll see how that works. So here's the test. Let me see. Cool, that's exactly how you're looking at doing it. You want the forest to feel alive and be malleable, yeah. Not like an Ark where you deforest 10% of the map to build a small hut, though. That's dumb. Yeah, I feel like resource realism is too rarely represented in video games. Yeah, I mean, this is all about just being a lumberjack, I thought, right? Wasn't that what we're doing here? So, as you'll see, it stored them incorrectly, even though I did this. It's the container thing all along. But, just to demonstrate something else. I might have to do the bags thing. It might be a sequence thing. Sequence matters. Look at procedural foliage. It's an experimental yet, but fully working. Is it still in? Oh yeah, it is experimental. That's what the procedural foliage volume is here. Foliage. So if I get one of these bags over here and fill it with torches, because these were in the game to start with. So this is just to prove that bags in general work, saving and loading. And also they work when they're in the ground. They correctly save the right place. So, like this bag, for example, these bags will be... Let me rearrange them just to double test. So it's 2 leggings over here. 2 tunics over here by me. For one, thank you, but my stubbornness has me decided to not use UE. I need Lumberyard so I can edit the full source and make it double precision. I'm pretty sure you can modify Unreal Engine's source. You probably just need some advanced knowledges. That's hella loud. On my end, at least. Didn't Amazon... No, Unreal Engine... Epic, like... Not Epic. Was it Epic? No, it's not Epic. CryEngine? Was it Amazon's CryEngine thing? Yeah, CryEngine's suing... Or wants to, like, stop, Star Citizen because they, like, reneged on their contract by switching to a different engine or trying to call the proprietary engine a new engine or something like that. So there's drama about this Amazon Lumberyard thing, which is kind of crazy. People are saying it's a cop-out by Star Citizen to okay, wait, so this bag over here will have normal stuff in it, and this bag over here will have nothing in it. Then these players will all, and I'll also have a nothing spawned world item. This guy over here can have one torch in his bag. Just move her away from this stuff. Oh no, I'll go over here. So that should be... two leggings. I should have two stand near two leggings. Okay. And one will stand near wait, that was two tunics, right? Ah, this is two tunics. Okay, that was right. Two should stand near two tunics, so it's easier to remember. And one will stand near two leggings. Okay. And have... Oops, fuck. Have two torches. This guy has one torch. That other lady has nothing in the world bag. And I'll have a world bag with 3 torches in it here. So just to prove that everything else around this should work, I'll even... So the 2 tunics is over here. I'll do it like kind of haphazardly. I'll log out 2 of them and then I'll quit the server. That's just physics problems. Starship Citizen moved to Lumberyard because it was being developed more actively than CryEngine. Robert didn't break any laws though. No, but they broke the contract, and I believe that they can be like sued for various things that are included in that clause. Like, you know, if you make an agreement with somebody that's binding, and they can take you to court over it, and it becomes, I think, a civil matter or something, and you can totally have copyright infringements involved with stuff like that. No problem. I don't know Robert or any of these guys. I'm just repeating what I heard on Reddit, so it's just maybe you do know more about that situation. Anyway, as you see, 1 torch on this guy. 1 torch on this guy. Huh? 2 torches on her. I don't think that's right at all. 2 leggings though. Because maybe the regular containers thing isn't working quite right. Or maybe the player containers thing throws it off. I would bet. Oh, her bag is empty. Maybe I opened them too quick or something. 2 torches. Wasn't he supposed to have 3 torches? Yeah. Well, anyway, the player spawned bags that were on the ground did not work correctly either. This has 2 tunics and 2 torches in it. Okay, well, something's obviously off. I did involve the player bags in this process. I did test like a bunch of stuff all at once, so it's not really isolating anything for me to figure out. So I'll do this first. Disable the bag. Actually, I'll disable all the player items. And now let's do saving and loading and saving with the world item bags like I was just trying to do, but without, I mean, yeah. So I have tested player spawn bags on the ground before and they seem to work perfectly. Oops. Just go over here. Crytek sued RSI because they supposedly are making 2 games when they paid for 1 license. Yeah, that's the thing. And also, when they switched to Lumberyard, they supposedly kept a lot of Crytek's engine code in their project. So this is stuff I tested a long time ago, but we're just checking our steps here, making sure things work, because obviously something was riddled with bugs when I tried to combine player spawned bags and world bags in the same kind of test. But I don't know why I tried to do that. I thought it would work enough. I probably saved an item in somebody's hand by accident along the way. That's what will do it. That's definitely what does it. Because I'll try the other test too. Star Citizen should be allowed to use all the code you were talking about. Lumberyard was developed from exactly the same version of Crytek engine as Starship Citizen originally was. Developed from, but is that code still in Lumberyard? Like, that seems kind of like a fubbing the issue a little bit. Like, if Lumberyard was developed from CryEngine but doesn't have particular features or exactly the same way, maybe it modified some code from CryEngine, but Star Citizen just kept the way the CryEngine had it unmodified, and that's different. I mean, it's arbitrary. It sounds like stupid, right? It's like a mean thing to sue them for, but maybe Robert wasn't so, was a little uncouth with... Don't you love the way the wind rustles through these? That's not even... That's just because the animation is cool. Because they actually animate, that's all. And you see different sides of them or something. I don't know what the hell it is, to be honest. But it's beautiful. Anyway, let's test that shit again. I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, none. That is. Fuck, there was a ad got messed up on one of those. I saw an ad error. Might have been a particle effect though. One has 1 torch. You can see the issue now. Okay, I think Crytek is just grabbing whatever money they can at the moment. You can say the same. I mean, a lot of people have been saying the same about Star Citizen. Like, it still looks like an amazing game, but I watched some of the stuff that they presented, and they're like, oh yeah, that doesn't work at all right now. Yeah, okay, see, there was an error, actually. Wow, just in the regular bags. I thought regular bags totally worked. 3 has 3. Four has none. What's up with this? Hmm. It's interesting. I might have pressed the button too quickly or something. Maybe it wasn't like fully loaded yet. Like, they don't. No, it is 100% not customizable. Sorry. That's how the whole versatility of the thing works. I might put like a fat option or something. I need to clear it. There it is. It's probably just adding a whole big list of things. No, I don't know why that one ad messed up. I'm thinking it was because there was a latency issue. I need to put further delays on some controls there so that you don't spam the buttons by accident and try to add a null item to your bag, 'cause I think that's what happened. Literally unplayable. Oh yeah, well I'm going to have a bunch of emotes. I'm going to make it so that when you want to talk to an NPC, you have to press H and your character will wave and say hello, and the NPC will turn to greet you, like that. I've already more or less done half of that. One... Actually, it's funny, I just put in all of the player spawned item code and I didn't put player spawn bags. Yeah, I mean, part of my beef with character customization is that I think the character customization comes with your external stuff, like what you wear. More games put so much effort into like your eye color, your eyelashes, all that shit, and replicating all of that when you don't ever see it. But then they don't bother to give you like decent outfit options. Like everything's like, you get like 2 slots, your top, your bottom, and then you get like, oh, boots and gloves. Like, no, clothes are layered. Like, I want to have layers of clothing. Like, you can wear a big cloak over your plate armor with a tabard, with, you know? And so that's why you have, like, a bajillion slots here. That's what I'm going for. As you can see, it's all the potential things you could have layered over. So, like, a shirt over your shirt with tabard, with armor, with leather armor, with a jacket, with chainmail, with plate, etc., all layered on top. I think some games have done layered armor before. I've heard of that. I was trying Googling. Kingdom Come, that might be what I had heard of. I was Googling like various people's opinions on game balance and stuff, and there's a lot of stuff to consider when it comes to balancing different types of armor usage in a medieval game, and I prefer to go with stuff that I've read in Real Things, which is more or less the dagger, kind of like is the pole arm. It's the rock paper scissors of this armor situation, and that nobody ever wore just leather armor. Leather armor wasn't really a thing. Like, yeah, leather jacket maybe, but there was no leather armor. And then mail was used primarily, and then plate was put over mail. So might as well just put it over the mail. You don't wear plate without mail, generally, is the idea. Like, that's a ridiculous concept. So the plate kind of has mail built into it, if in concept. So anyway, what do they do in Kingdom Come that you've noticed? Oops. To get Okay. I'm hoping there's a pattern. Shit, yeah, so like 4 got 1s, 1 got 4s, 2 got 3s, and 3 got 2s. That's just bizarre. Oh. Oh, I've messed this up. Okay. Yeah. Because you don't want to put it in the containers if it's not a container. See if that did it. I mean, let's just load up and see what they have and then load up again. This music isn't inspiring me. Hey, how's it going? So I still do have this problem with the bags, but so I'm gonna try and save and quit from here now. I should do it differently. A bag in there? What the hell? No, I need to do a new thing just to test that. Let me just do 3 clients. See you around, buddy. Work to do now. Working Friday night sucks. Yeah, I hear ya. When are you going to do the next multiplayer test? I think once I think that containers and stackable items work, because they should definitely work the same way. Once that I think that's working correctly, I'll probably do a little test with you guys to stress test that with real clients, do some various tests that I can't do by myself, like seeing when a player presses escape or Alt F4's out, because I can't do that because that closes all the things here. So various tests to do, and of course just to let you guys check out the newest updates. There is a version I gave to like Gamerflame and Roll1, I think 1 or 2 other people, but that was way long time ago. I think it had the island with the forest. I was testing, it had the landscape, it has the sun, all that good stuff, but the items were not in there. So okay, leggings, tunic, 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 leggings, leggings. A bag and tunic, what the fuck. Start the user and etc. It appears before the other UI. Why didn't that show up in my... got retracted or something? Anyway, I do that. Start the user and etc. appears before the other UI. So this? Yeah, I've been telling you I would show you how that works for a while now, and I'm just running up against a wall here anyway, so I might as well just show you real quick. Maybe I'm hoping it's only just off by 1. No, I don't even know. I always say that. It's only just off by 1. No, 3 has the right... well, no, not the right one from 1 last. I don't remember. No, it should have been... yeah, it should have been that. This is 1s. 2 has 1s. 3 has 3s. And 1 has just some random shit. Yeah, so I need more variety of the items to spawn, I think. Let me show you what I do. So Gamerflame. That is all I do. Now I'll show you the rest of the details in a second, but let me find. There you go. On the map that I've created for your menu, right, your menu map, on begin play, this is the level blueprint for the menu map, okay? The server on begin play, because you're a server anyway, there's really no need to do this. Runs an event on the controller, which creates a user interface, which is as simple as HUD menu. So here's that menu. This is the first one for hosting and joining a game. Right, you know that much. So I was showing you the wrong thing. Let's go to I just want to follow the chain all the way from host LAN. So from that menu, those buttons run events on the controller. Host game with variables server password. So find references. There we go. The HUD menu. This is what I was just looking at. Actually, this is alright on the menu. Host game button. First of all, the bool will just set a bool. This LAN enabled thing, which just goes to that. And then the password is set here by on text committed. Server password. sets this variable password. So host game password optional. If I type a password here for the server, that sets a variable on here, the menu. And when I send this custom event to the player controller, I've added custom variables for his LAN enabled server password. This is where I can put number of players, PvP enabled, etc. would go right here. Then you go cast to the game instance, and host game is another custom event I've put on the game instance. So it's a custom event I made. And here, there's just only a password here. This is the only way to found to pass the password through. You have to set it a variable here. You can create session, that comes with the use LAN thing. And then I could plug in that how many connections thing. For now, I've put 100,000. Like I was telling somebody the other day, you can put as many as you want in there. And then, you know, execute console command open main map for hosting a game. And you've set this server password here on the game instance. Okay? So on main game mode, I don't know. Probably that was just in the game instance, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't know why it wants me to save. On main game mode, begin play. No, let's see. Post login. Account name enter. No. Where is it? Possibly here. So when you hit, oh, probably on join this game. So search for games is a different. Sorry, I'm just, what widget server row? Add child server list scroll. This is server stuff. I'm not trying to find that. I want to show you new player. I guess, yeah, just new player, whatever. Where's the join button? Oh, it's just, it is this. You just click the name on it. It's the overall thing, right? So, oh, this is, oh, that's why. Here's the event graph. Okay, sorry. So when you click the button, you open this connecting, that's like a loading screen. Add it to the viewport, and do join session, right, for that result. That's basic. Okay, then I guess it's probably on the map. Ugh, can I just open level blueprint without opening the whole map? I hope you're watching, Gamerflame. Got a question. When you're editing your character, does the players, when are in front, see the changes when you're doing it, or they only see it when you press finish? There's no finish button. They see it immediately. I could demonstrate that at some point. Okay, okay. I don't think it's on here. Wait, was there a big... No, maybe it's on... Game state? That's gotta be it, right? No, that's just the only time. Begin play. There you go. On the game state, begin play, create new player widget. There you go. So everybody gets this to happen. So there's where you see it. The game state does it on begin play. So then that HUD, this is that screen you're talking about. So that's how I got this screen to pop up first. So there's your question, right? On the game state, begin play, on the main game state. So that way it pops up when you've joined the proper game. And I make that the default setting for which game state on like this settings. So anyway, so if the text is empty on either of these fields, I'll say, you know, can't be blank. If they do equal something, the password and the account, because the server can be blank, that means there's no password for that. So then I send to the player controller the text you've entered, the player name, the server password, and the account password, or whatever, password, yeah. And that custom event on the player controller. So that's where I got it from. So from that UI. So that UI sends those 3 variables through. And you're going to get the server password from the game instance where we set it earlier. And you're just going to say, does it equal that? Bam. If false, end session on the game instance. That took me forever to do, but I made it work. And it works very well. The player state, you have a custom event to check account name and password against your save game. The save game exists. And this is where we do all this. It took me forever to fucking figure this out, so I'm not going to go through it, but I think I've answered your question there. And just to demonstrate how badass the game is, you asked another question that I'll show character customizing themselves in front of another. And I should just test. Wait, I'm not going to do any testing now because I have to change something in the code first, but I should test. That's a server too, so I'll do it on 2 clients. Lizard Man's more obvious. Well, they're all pretty obvious changes. But here. The lighting can be a little bit weird. It's just very dark in here. This light needs to be like bounced around somehow. That's easier to see. Let me go on this client, get an elf. I'm trying to do so only you see the changes you're doing. If the other players customizing the character don't see yours, so it doesn't give problems to other players. Because imagine you're editing a character comm and someone joins and start editing it, and you see that your character is changing from how you had it because the other player's editing it. Well, that's not happening here. These guys are the same race, and I'm modifying it, and the others are seeing that one modify and aren't getting themselves changed all of a sudden because they're referencing each individual thing. See, these guys will these two dark ones will stay the same as I change this guy back and forth and change his stuff. So that's the idea. Mode. No, controller. I want to do no bags. I want to test world bags real quick. So no player items. I tested it before, but it was broke. And I think I broke it by accident. So let me just log in with these 3 characters I just was messing around with. And see, I didn't press finish or anything. I just was saved at that last location I had done a location save at, which is the statue, but my details have been saved. Same with this guy. Same with this guy. Three elves. I might make the sun elves a little less dark. There's plenty of dark skinned races in the game. I'm just thinking sun elves I'm thinking of as like your wood elf, as opposed to dryad is a little bit more of like your traditional mythologically based fantasy elf. So you got your Tolkien-esque and your... Isn't it great how big the fucking torch is on these little guys? I might make it smaller in general. Okay, which one is this though? This is 3. I want 3 better. saving rolled items like 3 times on each one of those. I gotta look into that. One has 1. Two has 2. Yeah, I think there was merely some sort of hiccup, unrelated, maybe some other problem. And 3 has 3. Okay, so the world bags do work indeed. So that's good to know. It's just about player spawned items now. Let me just try. Log out like that. Login has 2. Has 2. Okay. So that's just good to know that that did. That this stuff does work. Still. So why am I doing it differently if it's a world item? Shouldn't it just do the same thing? Isn't it just the same code? Why don't I just do all items? Because I've already been entered into the system and replaced references. Right? I mean... yeah. Let's try it. One has 1. Oh, I need to make new characters. Let me just combine things here. Just do a crazy test here. Let's make a new character on top of those. Because no other items have existed to mess with it anyway, so... Who is this? 4? Yeah, okay. Let's do female elf. Because... Whoa. What? Okay. I got confused. The game is fine. Alright. 5 has 2 tunics. 4 has 2 leggings. Whatever. 4 has 2 leggings. 5 has 2 tunics. I'll go with 2 here. 2 has 2 torches. Ah, fuck. 4 has a bag and a tunic. Blech. Oh, 5 has 2 leggings, which is not either what it's supposed to be. Oops. There's 2 leggings as well. Okay, so no. What if I leave here? If I join in as the world item, guys? I have a bag with 1 torch. So he has 3 torches. Interesting. Alright, I have to ditch these saves. But that's definitely a good sign. I mean, essentially, I've just said I don't need to do any of this. So let me move it out of the way a little bit here. Is this right? Maybe this index isn't supposed to be? Good. Nope, nope, this is wrong. Yep, I gotta know that. Okay. Got some of these. Because that array is not getting filled in every time, both sides. It's totally... I hope this is it. And of course I have to clear this one too. So many for each loops, but it must be done. Deep deep doo. Little stack of clears here. Okay. Okay, 2 has 2 tunics, 3 has 2 leggings, and 1 has standard. What the fuck? Can't catch a break. Two has 2 tunics. Three has 1s and 1 has 3s. 2 has 2s. Swapped again. Just those 2. Let's reach property container. Oh no, that's fine. That's because I opened it before it was a container. Before it was filled in by the save. Okay, so then load buildings first. Do all this. Go here. Is that your stuff? If not, spawn it. Spawn world saved. So basically, if it's in a container. Let's try doing that in a different order. Set the Sorry, I just got a text message. Be a minute. So, yep, let's do it. So setting the items first, and then doing the containers, but that's just, it shouldn't matter what order those are done in. Oh, maybe I did them separately so that I could do containers first. Spawned containers first. Oh, it doesn't make any sense either. Let me just go through the motions, just test this real quick. Do what? That didn't even... Huh. That actually messed it up more than I thought I might. What? Yeah, okay, I was getting the wrong item into there. Okay. Anyway, interesting. This works. This doesn't. I could probably just bypass that by plugging this directly into there. Whatever. Ooh, maybe. Does this world save container index come back here? I don't think so. But it might. Let me do this either way. Just do this. Okay, I've done this now. Let me see if that... How about I just test this out without shutting down the server? Well, it's like, because I'm technically not running this code. But at least I know, right? If the server's still online, that shit's fine. What if I quick get this, drop it, get the leggings, drop the leggings, pick up those leggings, and yeah, just see what happens now. Ah! Yeah, okay. So that basically does work. Alright. Psh, fuck. Not correct. But it's like it's at least getting consistently, like, that's the items from that bag, this is the items from that bag. And then if I log out again, those will probably be flipped again the same exact way. Oh, this has... Did I just... Let me rewind the play a minute. Let me see what the last state that I logged out as was. Maybe it is working. Maybe I just got confused with which bag, who had open, what, where, when. I'm just watching my stream for a second here. Well, it was 3 had leggings, 2 had the tunic. Maybe I just got lucky. Happened to get the right things. way too early to celebrate because the first time they were flipped, so it doesn't. I don't believe that this is correct, but what can I do to test? Okay. Here is a bag with tunic in it. There's a leggings over there. She has tunic, leggings. And he has leggings. Nope. It got messed up when I dropped things. Yeah. Both have an empty bag here. No errors at access, none. Container menu, I'm not trying to read property container. This again. Maybe, maybe I loaded the game up too quickly. The bag before it was open. Maybe it was just a fluke again. But it did flip that one time, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. Nope. 100% got the wrong bag right there. 1 and 2 switched. I bet you 3 has the right bag. Contents. Oh, yep.
Listen anywhere, anytime.
So, I made progress, but the same dilemma persists, and it's a little confusing. I feel like, again, I'm looking at the wrong place to try to fix it when maybe I should be looking at this. Maybe it does matter if it's... Maybe I just want to do world items. Should it make any difference? How long have I been working on this game? I've been working on it since I started learning Unreal Engine around June or July of last year. So about a year and a half, technically. But I'd taken like probably 6 months off around overall throughout that time period, just not working at it at all for like 2 months at a time. So I'd say, considering I was also learning, I'd say it's probably like 6 months worth of like work versus like just putzing around learning how to use Unreal Engine. This is the problem, but this works with world items. Is the problem? So wait, what's item container sizes? Add it to that. Yeah, it's +1 here. Okay. So let's sizes. For index for. Maybe this is appearing to work right because there were all torches. But it was probably shuffling them. I feel like this should be -1 right here. Because you want, if there's 15 items in the first 3, oh, I guess you would want the 15, because that would be 15 items starting at 0. So you would actually want 15 to its size plus. So if it had 5 items in it, you would want to 20. You would want, yeah, you would want 15 to 19. Okay. Get item containers and add it to targets container items. And this has been set into all item actors here. And item containers. Item containers. Starting at 0 though. I guess. Let me real quick test it on various other items. World items. And I'll do okay, shield buckler. Okay, that's 4 things. Okay. The NPC thing, that's, I mean, just rewind a little bit if you want to see. What part of it are you curious about? Because I've been working on that for a few days. There's quite a lot going on there. Okay, bag with a torch. 3. Bag with a buckler. And 2 will have a bag with, let's make it 2 bucklers. And to see it in action? Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll do it here. After this. Which one's kite shield? Is this kite shield? No. That's kite shield, yeah. So I'll put 3 kite shields. But I should make 2, because this is 2. I get 3 bucklers on 3. Okay, so quit here. You'll see from this client's perspective, she's still standing there. She's an NPC. She's in combat mode because she's an NPC. And likewise, I'll sign out here. The server still sees both of them. Now I'll quit here. See? And I'll host again. And they're there. They're loaded up as NPCs. One torch is good. But again, this is just showing that world items in containers should be working properly. For some reason, it's the spawn dynamically ones that... 2 kite shields, correct? Yeah. Three bucklers. So, and again, from the server, I could just quit. Host. And, they're right there. Even get their name. Oh, I didn't plug in the name description stuff to the NPCs yet. Because I was like, sort out appearances. That's easy enough to do. But, so, as you guys can see, the problem remains that spawned items are shuffling around for some reason. Like, it seems like almost random, or like getting swapped with each other. So, I might just have to call it a day, because all the other shit does work. Player spawn dynamic containers do work when they're on the ground. So it's the inventory reference that's messing it up. Actually, I believe they do. So we should do one more test. Controlled test. Like I did before, I did these simultaneously, it didn't work. But if I do these without interacting with them, let me just... damn it. Here. Should I do it without interacting? No, because I have to put stuff in between them. So I'll show that. So I'll make it an empty bag. No, you know what I should do? Leggings and tunic here. Just 32. This is 3. Alright, 2 tunics on 2 as usual for testing. 2 leggings on 3. Okay, but now I'm going to drop these bags nearby each of them. Okay. Alright. So, it's when they're on the character that's getting misplaced. Oh, 2 leggings near 3. Alright, so I can at least save and quit like this and know that, you know, at least I have a working file here. Leggings and tunic. Yeah, drop it near him. Take the other one. Okay. Right. And that would pinpoint it to basically saying that this is not getting the right world save index. How about now? How about with that? I had that in there before, but I didn't have it with this other stuff. Okay, correct. I'll just join up as all these. Alright, correct for now. I mean, this is just what I just tested anyway. So now I'll just try logging out with all these guys holding the bags. Okay. Nope. It gave me the wrong one. And it's like specifically, so this guy's is correct. 1 and 3's got flipped somehow. There's 1 and 3 the character names though, so it's like that bag. Actually, 1 and 3 the bag too. They got flipped somehow. Flipped again. Flipped again, but this time it went to 2s, so it flipped in a different way. And flipped to another way, to a different guy. So it is just shuffling it randomly, kind of, each time. What if I save characters again? What if I load the characters before filling their containers? I mean, okay, I'm just gonna kind of save. The music just cut out like that randomly. That's cool. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna have a think, or just not do anything rash right now. So I'm off for now. Thanks for chilling and watching, guys. Have yourselves a good day. Peace out.